It's storming outside, but it couldn't be a more apropos prologue for the storm that's about to take place inside at Providence Academy in Plymouth. Welcome to the start of our 20th year of high school basketball coverage, and we begin with a couple of state tournament contenders from a year ago. The Eastview Lightning, fitting for the weather we're dealing with right now, coming off a big win over St. Michael Albertville to start the year. They take on the Providence Academy Lions, four-time defending Class AAA champions. First team to do so in girls basketball. Now they hope to make it a drive for five. Greetings, everyone. I'm Mike Maddyn. Here I am all by myself talking to myself. That's Chaos Theory. 20 years, can you believe it? For the sake of context, when we started this broadcast expedition all the way back in 2006, none of the players you're seeing on the floor were even thought of yet. But Eastview and Providence Academy placing plenty of positive thoughts when you consider their success. Eastview reached the state semifinals last year. Providence Academy, of course, four-time state champions in Class 2A, 5 overall. They're looking to make it 5 straight, and there's every reason to believe they can do so, even though they're a bit smaller this year. All the Count sisters have graduated. Hope the youngest, she's now at Lipscomb. Lexie Nicolai is going to be taking on those responsibilities down low. But any team that has 2 Greenway sisters will always be in contention. You have Maddyn Greenway, who already came in with a few set of firsts, the first player to have 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists. Of course, Maddyn has over 4,000 points. And Maddyn also the first player ever to score 1,000 points in 3 seasons. She's going to Kentucky, a favorite for Miss Basketball. And if you followed our coverage, or basically any other coverage in the Twin Cities Metro, there's not a whole lot we can add that you don't already know about Maddyn Greenway. Her swiftness, her cunning, her intellect, and her ball movement, they all form an incredible mixture. This is her swan song, and she would love to go out with a few more accolades. Already has a state soccer title, her second. A 5th state championship in girls basketball would almost assuredly secure her the honor of Miss Basketball for 2026. On the Eastview side, only 1 game under their belt, so we don't know as much about them. Their motto this year is unseen. They didn't get the same amount of plaudits as some of the other teams, and Molly Casper told me beforehand, maybe that's because they don't have the big names like Providence Academy does, or Hopkins, or Benedict St. Margaret's. But that's perfectly fine for them. Of course, Eastview, no stranger to history, with 2 state championships and 2 Miss Basketball winners under their belt. That big win over St. Michael Albertville included 19 points from Nevaeh Grosse, 13 points from Clara Goodman. They want to focus on fundamental team basketball. They share the ball, play good defense. They don't care who the hero is. And if they can replicate their performance against STMA, they could pull off a victory over Providence Academy and go from unseen to the talk of the town, so to speak. We'll find out what happens in just a few minutes. This is high school girls basketball.
Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves.
Holloman, good if it goes. Yes!
Game winners.
From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in!
And everything in between.
Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Number 10, Lexie Matthew.
That would be wide.
For the Lions, number 1, Beckett.
Almost got foiled again by forgetting to turn it on. Welcome back to Providence Academy in Plymouth, Minnesota. Mike Maddyn with you as the lineups are being introduced. It is the home opener for Providence Academy. The last home opener for Maddyn Greenway and company.
Eastview's number 21, Jada.
And as usual, the Lions put together a tough schedule. They'll be going on a couple of road trips,
Number 11, Shannon Healy.
including another visit to Wisconsin for a pair of games over the holiday break, Wauwatosa and Arrowhead. And they'll play a third Wisconsin team here February 7th against Waunakee. Eastview,
Nicolai.
being in the South Suburban, you got to deal with Lakeville North, Rosemount on the rise, and a whole host of other contenders who have put together strong seasons in recent years. Egan went to state a couple years ago. Lakeville South, no slouch. So this is just a good tune-up game that will prime these two for state tournament competition. With the starters introduced, let's do the same. For Eastview, it's Lexie Matthews, Clara Goodman, Jada Wilson, Obatari Hunt, and Maya Jenkins. Providence Academy will start Beckett Greenway, Emma Millerbernd, Shannon Healy, the youngest of the Healy clan, Lexie Nicolai, and the Kentucky commit, Maddyn Greenway. On the Eastview side, no college commitments based on the data we have, but Clara Goodman, one of the top players and all-state honorable mention last season, and a few other faces as well. Lexie Matthews made the all-South Suburban Conference team, but Molly Casper said if you looked at some of the rankings going in, she would have a word. But it's a chance to remind everyone that Eastview is not a school to be trifled with, and admittedly, even I thought they were ranked a little lower than they should have been preseason. But you got to win the games in front of you. Polls are just a snapshot in time, and that's what these two will be talking to themselves about. Every game is the most important one on the calendar. We're underway. Providence Academy wins the tip, and no surprise, they come out running. Emma Millerbernd. No changes to the timing rules, so still the 35-second clock. Eastview throws it away. Beckett Greenway out to Emma Millerbernd. She launches the three off the rim. Rebound, Clara Goodman. That is Hunt. Three ball off the cylinder. That was Wilson on the attempt. Eastview did lose a couple of key pieces from last year's team in Brazier Torrey and Maya Mall. And Providence Academy, as we noted, McKenna Schaefer and Hope Counts, two integral components of last year's state championship team. Maddyn going for the high-low. Beckett Greenway snipes it back. Beckett kicks out to Healy. Maddyn fakes, drives, and gets the bounce. Maddyn Greenway with that stutter step reminiscent of Kobe Bryant, if I do say so myself. Providence with an early 4-0 lead. Matthews over to Maya Jenkins. They swing it around along the key. Hunt connecting with Matthews. Here's a three. Splash. Jada Wilson from long range. And that gets Eastview on the board. Maddyn Greenway through two games, averaging over 30 points. Tries to go in on Maya Jenkins. And Maya, the 6-foot senior, puts up a wall. Providence ball on the inbound. 16:21 left in the first half. Greenway out to Healy. Healy tried to pursue her own miss. Dead ball rebound to the Lightning. Again, Eastview reached the state semis last year, bounced by Hopkins. Providence Academy won the 2A state championship without much difficulty. Shannon Healy times the pass, finds Beckett on the run, up and in. Beckett Greenway is on the board. Beckett through two games, averaging 17.5. I suspect the big three this year will be the Greenways and Millerbernd for Providence Academy. Nicolai and Healy more so role players. Here's Hunt. Dribbled right into Healy, and Shannon with a couple of steals in the early going. Looking for Millerbernd. Extra pass to Nicolai. She's into a wall. Finds Healy. 3-ball. Short. Shannon trying to trail her own miss. She does get it off Eastview, though, so it will stay with the Lions. We mentioned Shannon, the youngest of the Healy sisters. You may recall Anne-Marie. She goes by Maria Chaley now, who's part of the convent. Maddyn Greenway. Baseline J, can't get it to drop. Nicolai's there for the O-board. Battles. And the rebound eventually goes to Jada Wilson. Providence Academy swarming as they typically do. Nicolai is hit and draws the foul. 15:07 left in the first half. Nicolai averaging 8 per game. And Healy has yet to score. Again, I think Providence Academy will have that big 3. Figuring out options 4 and 5 may take some doing. You have some players without the experience that number 30 does. Her 3 is short. Maddyn was in the top 10 in just about every category last year, has been for the last couple of years. Even got a few triple doubles. We were here when she put up some big numbers against Hill Murray a season ago. They'll go on the road to play Hill Murray this year in the last battle of number 1s. Millerbernd gets bumped, and that will be a foul.
On the Lightning, number 21, Jada Wilson. That's her first. Lightning's second.
Greenway to inbound. Maddyn inside to Nicolai. Contested jumper, draws the foul. She'll shoot 2. Lexie Nicolai, again, will be one of the players who figures to get a good deal of minutes compared to a year ago. Came in usually in stat padding time. Averaging 8 points. And 8 rebounds per game through 2. Maya Jenkins already tagged for a second personal foul. So that could pose trouble for Eastview as Nicolai will have to settle for a split. 7-3 the score. That's Clara Goodman. On the floor, Ellie Ehrman for Eastview. Also 6 feet. Foul called on Providence Academy, their first. There was some question as to whether or not this game would take place tonight with the incoming winter storm, but the game was still on, so that's why we're here. Eastview ran a good set, but Ehrman was a little too strong, trying to scoop it in. Here's Maddyn Greenway. Along the wing. Out to Lily Sabers. Lily, one of the young guns. Greenway from 13. Off the back iron. Emma Millerbernd with the O-board. Lexie Nicolai sneaks in underneath for her first field goal. Providence Academy off to a 9-3 start. Goodman. Bounce pass. Eastview swings it back out. Matthews. Over to Wilson. On the attack. Kicks out. Hunt for 3. Three's not dropping consistently for either side. Wilson has the 1 triple. That's it. Maddyn Greenway, the spin move, and the finish. We've seen her execute that move to perfection more than once. That Hill Murray game, actually. Becker, too. She really knows how to work that spin cycle. There are a lot of games I've covered of Maddyn Greenway over the years. Hunt along the wing. Just inside the free throw line. Deep 3. from Clara Goodman is offline. Providence Academy with a chance to extend. Millerbernd dumps it to Nicolai, and Lexie, 5 points. Eastview will take a timeout. Providence Academy with the first proverbial punch as they lead 13-3 with 12:24 left in the first half.
Mic'd Up Sports is TSB Television's talk show series. Available on all major podcast platforms, we offer sports figures, past and present, a place to convey stories and adventures on a deeper level than our traditional game coverage. Whether you're a superstar athlete or someone who works behind the scenes, we'd be honored to share your story. If you'd like to be a guest, contact us at The Mike Peden on all major social platforms.
If you're watching this on the TSB Television YouTube channel, we'll be with you for some Thanksgiving holiday coverage. Our schedule will depend on what NSPN and Strip Varsity do, and I bring that up because, as most of you know by now, I do work for NSPN. And obviously I don't want to overlap with the game they're doing on the TSB side, but we'll have a couple of Thanksgiving invitationals for you. That's London Clardy, 3 goes in and out. Ellie Ehrman with the rebound and a chance for free throws.
Fouls on number 13, Lexie Nicolai, her first.
Ellie Ehrman, the 6-foot senior. Molly Casper says she can run the floor in transition, score in multiple levels. Whenever she finishes basketball or her athletic career, she wants to be a pilot. Eastview blanks at the free throw line. Remember, Eastview played Providence Academy close. Here is Sabres. The 3 goes off the front iron. Dead ball rebound to Eastview. London Clardy, if the name sounds familiar, we don't cover Eastview a lot, but she has played in the Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase that Crystal Flint has run for the last several years. That event does feature several youth games, lower grade levels, along with the senior game. Here's Clara Goodman, spins her way out of trouble and drills the 3. Just the second field goal for Eastview, but it could be a momentum turner. 13-6 the score. Maddyn Greenway with the rock. Step back. In and out. Eastview looking for the transition 3. They won't get it. That was Grosse on the try. Jump ball. Eastview with the arrow. Eastview in 4A. Providence Academy still in 2A. A lot of changes this year with the section reclassification. Two Rivers going up to 4A along with Alexandria and Monticello. Apple Valley also returning to 4A. So a lot of section realignment. Providence Academy still in 5-2A, and they shouldn't have any trouble getting out of that group. Here's Clara Goodman. Extra pass. And again, Eastview just a little too strong. Caroline Dierberger does bail out Jada Wilson. So free throws coming for her.
Dierberger, that's her first. Wilson at the line.
Jada Wilson. Favorite dessert is brownies. And a creative and natural score, in the words of Molly Casper. She's got a quick 5. And Eastview cutting their deficit in half. Sabres looking to change that. The 3 goes offline again. They trail by 10. Eastview with a quick 5 points. Clardy looking to make it 3 more. Yes! The long ball. yanking Eastview back into contention. Greenway working off a couple of screens. Millerbernd out to Beckett Greenway. Have to remember there are two of them. Millerbernd wants a three of her own. That goes off the back iron. Sabres with the rebound. Out to Beckett Greenway. Now Maddyn. Look out. Looked a little deep. She can shoot from that range, but it didn't work out that time. Eastview could take the lead. Yes! 11 straight points for the Lightning. 14-13. Not up on the board yet. Beckett Greenway. Right now the big difference is Eastview knocking down their triples. Providence Academy struggling to do the same. We told you this would be a funky battle. Millerbernd with the poke. Maddyn Greenway leaks ahead and one. Maddyn Greenway, her favorite moment of her varsity career up to this point was the coast-to-coast layup to win her third state title. That came against Albany a couple of years ago. And with her being a Kentucky commit, when it comes to idols, she mentions Georgia Amore. Of course, she's a Caitlin Clark fan as well, but I would say a deft touch of observation to mention a few Kentucky commits among your role models, since she'll be going to the Bluegrass State and repping the Wildcats next year. Millerbernd leading another fast break, foul before the shot, but that is how Providence can work their way through.
Falls on the Lightning's number 5, Jessica Goodman.
They are so effective
Lightning's 5th.
at flooring it and getting the transition game in their favor. Beckett to Maddyn, sister, bullseye. Maddyn Greenway, a quick 10, 19-14. A three-point play and a triple. And that is how you get out of an early funk. So after an 11-0 Eastview run, Maddyn Greenway was 6 in a row. Here's Wilson. Maddyn Greenway times it. We've seen her pull this move once before. Did I say once? I meant 1,000 times. An 8-0 run from Maddyn Greenway herself. 21-14. Clardy gets the bounce on the cut inside. Clardy with 5 off the bench. This is a battle of ranked teams, by the way. Providence, the top team in 2A, and probably will be unless they suffer a defeat somewhere. Eastview number 7 in 4A in the first poll of the year. Another foul, this time on Eastview. That is their last to give with 8:24 remaining.
Lightning's number 4, Grosse. That's her second. Lightning's 6th.
Beckett inbound. This is her third year on varsity. Remember, she started as a 7th grader. Maddyn Greenway. Looking, pulls up from the elbow. Got it. 10 straight points for Maddyn Greenway. By now, this won't surprise you in terms of her ability to score in a hurry. 3 was well offline. Emma Millerbernd collects the board and draws the bump on Eastview's number 5, Tessa Goodman.
Falls on the Lightning's number 5, Tessa Goodman.
That will send Emma to the line. Emma, now a junior. Also hard to believe. I remember seeing her as a 7th grader when Maddyn came in as an 8th grader. Emma, 13.5 points per game through 2 games this season. 1-1, takes care of the first one. One of the best defenders in the state. Her playmaking much improved from when she started, in the words of Connor Getz, who has been here for 8 years, now 9. Millerbernd knocks down the freebies. Providence 4-5, they lead by 9, 25-16, but still a long way to go. We've seen both teams exchange runs. Here is a Pick and pop three. That was offline. Maddyn Greenway was looking for the step back three. Didn't see an opening. Beckett Greenway, 3-ball corner pocket. Stella Siri with the assist. And after an 11-0 run from Eastview, Providence Academy retaking command. Largest lead of the game. Charge is called. Maddyn Greenway, known for her ability to muscle through contact, isn't afraid to take it either.
That's her first. Team's eighth.
28-16, Providence Academy leads by 12. Beckett Greenway trying to work off a screen. Maddyn, long range three. Can't connect. Dead ball rebound to the Lightning. .706 left in the first half. Maddyn Greenway up to 14 points already. For Maddyn, it's not a matter of reaching double digits. It's how many 30, 40, 50-point games as she tries to time the pass and is successful. She's turning into a Viper on defense, comes up short, but a foul from behind on Lexie Matthews will give Providence Academy a chance to score. You don't see that often where Maddyn collects and misses the layup, but it happens sometimes. Not even Michael Jordan made all his shots.
Siri at the line.
Still a Siri.
1-1.
Shooting 1-1. Siri, the sophomore, gets the front end to go. And again, one of several faces who figures to get more playing time. It is a little strange to not have a count sister after I had the chance to cover four of them. Clara, Maria, Grace, and Hope. 29-16 as Eastview got rocked after going in for 11 straight. Hunt couldn't score in the take, but a foul as Eastview pursued the rebound.
Fouls on the lines, number 12.
Providence Academy had a few to give.
That's her first line score.
Off the inbound, the bunny is there. Lexie Matthews scores. Eastview with a chance to add to it. Three goes off the front iron, and the Millerbernd collects the rebound. Beckett Greenway zipping down court for the finger roll. Beckett with 7. Clara Goodman. Kick out, and the 3. Goodman to Jada Wilson. A stoppage in play with 5:51 left. I have to remind you, at Providence Academy, it is a tight fit up here, not the biggest gym. Wilson up to 8 with that triple. 31-21, Beckett, side fade, the 3. Can't land it. Obatari Hunt with the rebound, trying to get Eastview on the run. Jada Wilson stays on her feet, tries to side fade of her own, can't get it there. Maddyn Greenway, outlet, tipped away by Wilson. 5:26 remaining in the first. I will say there are some benefits to not streaming these games live. In reference to what transpired a moment ago. Here's a 3 from Providence Academy. Nicolai, she's been active down low. Emma Millerbernd, touch 3. Also off the rim. That is Siri. 3 chances. Now Maddyn Greenway with the interception. Finds Siri, and 1. I forgot to mention Maddyn Greenway closing in on the all-time record for assists. Everyone's going to talk about her race for the scoring title, but she'll finish first in at least one category, barring something weird. And still Asiri will finish the three-point play. 34-21. Providence Academy, remember, they don't mind playing 4A teams. They've got Lakeville North later this year. Jada Wilson, fearless, scored on the take through traffic. Millerbernd, into the lane she goes, around the picket fence and in. Millerbernd with 6, 36-23. Providence Academy over Eastview. Jada Wilson can't hit the 3. They couldn't miss from three-point range, but the spigot has dried up for now. Maddyn Greenway, cross-court skip to Millerbernd. Hands it off, 3 ball, and Siri can't drain it. Foul on Nicolai. Lions still had 2 to give.
Fouls on number 13, Lexie, Nicolai.
But that is the second on Nicolai. And we'll see if Connor gets... No, he's going to leave her in. Although that is not entirely outside the realm of expectation. He wasn't afraid to leave Hope Counts in games when she was in foul trouble, and more often than not, she persevered. Side fade for Eastview. It's Clara Goodman, but her 3 is short. Battle for the rebound. Maddyn Greenway got a little too grabby. That might be a situation, of course, I'm up here. It's a lot easier for me to say this, where maybe you let that one go and get back on defense. Kind of a bailout foul, if you ask me, but I'm also not the one out there trying to do my best against some of the state's best. Free throws on the way for Maya Jenkins. Her favorite food is watermelon. She also plays soccer and flag football. Of course, flag football became a sport last year, not sanctioned by the high school league yet, but they've got the Minnesota Vikings backing them up. Here's Sabers for 3. That goes off the back iron. Clardy with the rebound. Eastview trying to keep this one within reach. Clardy connects to Hunt. Layup is short. Now Clardy, second chance 3 is there. Who needs a layup when you can get a 3? 36-28. Maddyn Greenway off the screen. Remember, Nicolai's got 2 fouls. Driving kick. And stepping into the J is Sabers. And that's the 3rd on Nicolai. Jenkins will go back to the line. In the first game, Maya Jenkins scored 11 points. Eastview won convincingly over St. Michael Albertville. And again, they will take part in the Pat Patterson Thanksgiving tip-off. If you're watching this on the TSB Television YouTube channel, we will be there as well. We'll spend Friday at White Bear Lake for the Twin Cities tip-off. And then we'll go to Hamlin on Saturday for the Pat Patterson tip-off. All part of our Thanksgiving feast. We're getting an early appetizer with this matchup. Metro Games playing without too much impediment. If this were in St. Cloud, we would have stayed home. Maya Jenkins, no field goals yet, but she is 4 for 4 from the line. And those points can add up over time. Maddyn Greenway, 13-footer, swish. Of course, Maddyn Greenway adds points at an exponential rate. We were here when she got her 3,000th. Baseline J goes down. Maya Jenkins with the first field goal, and she's got 6. And the public address announcer, I like him. He's putting energy into every basket, no matter who scores it. Maddyn Greenway, baseline skip to Emma Millerbernd. 3 goes off the front iron. Beckett Greenway races in to collect the O-board. Out to Maddyn. Foul away from the ball, and it's on Providence Academy. It's a team control foul, so no free throws awarded. But Sabers, I didn't see it because I was focused on the ball. I don't dispute it. 38-32, and a chance for Eastview, who trail by 13, to inch a little bit closer. Ooh, a sloppy pass. You don't want that against a team that can run, but Beckett Greenway comes up long on the fast break layup attempt. Eastview don't want to give up the dribble in the backcourt, not against this team. Clardy is thinking about it. Touch three. Bullseye! Clardy to Nevaeh Grosse. Providence Academy calling timeout. This yo-yo game continues. Providence Academy led by 13. Eastview trimming the margin to 3. 2:15 left in the first.
When the high school season is over, TSP Television goes on the highlight trail. Our highlight reels provide you with a valuable resource for recruiters and a keepsake of your favorite athlete. To learn more about our highlight reel services, contact us at tsptelevision@gmail.com.
38-35. They keep the tunes going loud and proud here at Providence Academy in Plymouth. We should know, we've been here a few times. Lots of history made here. This gym, actually, the site of 2 3,000-point scores. Another spin move for Maddyn Greenway. Oh my goodness. Maddyn Greenway, she's got that B button move down pat. Wonder where she learned that from. Oh, travel. Nevaeh Grosse slid. Of course, I say that jokingly because Maddyn and Beckett and the whole Greenway clan, their parents, both accomplished athletes. I think we are familiar, most of you are familiar with their father Chad and what he did. Here's a three, nearly straight away. Providence Academy can't knock it down. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. In what has been a quick moving frame. I'll finish up in a moment. Eastview trying to run. Hot potato, Maddyn Greenway takes a slide. Eastview has numbers, but they can't find a bucket in time. Clardy does from 13. I stand corrected, I spoke too soon. To finish up on the Greenways, their mom, a cross country and track athlete, now coaching track at Providence Academy. Maddyn Greenway from the elbow, offline. Eastview can tie it here with a three. They did hold the lead briefly, 14-13, looking for the tie there. Racing in for the old board. Both teams a little strong on those layup attempts from time to time. It is the first week of the season, so you would expect a little bit of rustiness in that regard. But these two are relentless on defense. Clara, Goodman, wubba, 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 woo, woo, woo. That was good, man, for Goodman. And I'll show myself out. Oh, Clara's parents are going to give me the side eye the next time they see me. I just know it. Clara Goodman, All-State honorable mention last year, shooter from any distance and creative when getting to the rim. We just saw that. Molly Casper wasn't kidding. And Clara Goodman will tie it up on the three-point play with 40 seconds left in the first. Providence led by as much as 13. Drawing contact is Shannon Healy. I think she knew Clardy was coming and almost leaned into her from what I saw.
Clardy, that's her first. Give her at the line, shoot two.
Now, I don't know how that is distributed. Clardy did come down on her, but Healy almost backed up. That's what I could tell from the naked eye. Maddyn Greenway with the steal. Eastview pokes it away, and I thought our GoPro was going to get a ride. We tape it down for a reason, folks. 41-40, 19 seconds. Shot clock is off. Maddyn Greenway, aware of the clock, will hold for the last shot. Is it Greenway time? Maddyn, no, goes to Emma Millerbernd instead. Right idea. Eastview, can they get a half-court even time? No. After 18 minutes, it's a back-and-forth yo-yo. Providence Academy led by as much as 13. But it's a one-point affair going into break. 41-40, Providence Academy and Eastview locked in a tight one. We'll have the second half in just a moment. But first we'll cut to a quick bite or two from an interview I did with Maddyn and Beckett Greenway. You'll see the feature story in full on NSPN, but we'll give you a little taste before we start the second half. This is high school girls basketball.
Women's basketball has been around a long time, and we've had so many opportunities, and now we're just continuing to get more.
Susan Shudley makes a great move. Pass to Linda Shudley.
It comes back to just feeling like you're part of a sorority of women. It's really fun to see. There's a lot of pride.
The 90s, late 90s, we was pumping out great women's basketball players. And still to this day, we're still there.
What are you excited about? What have you two enjoyed or learned about playing together the last couple of years as you get ready to suit up as teammates one more time?
I think I learned a lot. I think like on and off the court, and I think like my high school experience, just like knowing her like before playing high school, I think has really helped me like gain confidence and stuff. So I think it's been really good. And I think it's helped me grow, like playing her in practice, and also like playing when we were growing up too. So I think it's helped me a lot for sure. It'll be really fun.
And so, Maddyn, if you don't mind, I remember, I think we spoke a couple years ago, the first few years in varsity, you had, I don't want to say the team to yourself, because obviously you had a lot of great talent around you, but you got to test the waters for a few years before Beckett was eligible for varsity. So if you can remember, just what was that transition like, where you had a chance to showcase your abilities, and then Beckett was ready to come along, and just what was that like for you, being the lone varsity rep on Providence, and then these last few years having Beckett alongside you?
Yeah, I always say I have it a little bit easier. Obviously, I got to come onto a team without like a true point guard or a true like kind of like facilitator and like scorer, I guess. So I always had it easier kind of coming in and getting to play like myself right off the bat. But I think Beckett's done a great job of like knowing her role at the beginning, and then each year it's grown, and obviously this year she'll have to have a huge role. So I think for her, like just being able to like have a name like for herself and be able to like carve her own path instead of like always being known as my sister or like just like the younger Greenway, I think something that's been really cool to see. But yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely a transition when you play with a sibling. Obviously there's a little bit more disagreements, a lot more like, little fights that just kind of go with playing with someone that you live with. But at the same time, it's the most fun, and we have the most fun with each other. So
how has that helped you just navigate situations where, okay, the two of you might be at each other for a little bit, but then when practice or game time comes, all right, we got to go?
I think it's just like, we're just like both very competitive, so we know that like on the court, it's like all out of love. Like we just want each other to play like to the best of our abilities and how we know we can both play. So I think just that, but then off the court, like we leave the game behind us and we're perfectly fine. So
yeah, there's one time, a couple times I remember, but one time in the state championship for soccer, we kind of like were at each other's throats a little bit mad because I thought she wasn't passing it to the right spots, and she thought that I wasn't running fast enough. So we were like going at each other a little bit, but we locked in and got 2 more goals in one state. So I don't think, I think there's always moments of frustration. Sometimes I feel like you can almost take it out on your sibling just because it's the person you like can fight with and then be fine the next moment. And for us, it's like we almost just like laugh at each other when we start fighting. We're like, what are we doing? Like it's nothing to fight over, and then yeah, we move on.
What were some early memories with the two of you playing with and against each other, and how do you think that's evolved into what you two have done the last few years here?
You can go.
Yeah, well, I'm undefeated for our entire lifetime, so
yeah, for sure.
That's pretty cool. But I just think like growing up, and basically until like last year we never were allowed to 1v1 each other like competitively, just due to the fact that it would always end in a really bad fight because I was fouling or she was like beating me and I would get annoyed. So growing up, we always just tried to separate ourselves from that. But obviously now that we've matured and we've kind of come to terms with the fact that I'm just older and a little bit stronger. So we've kind of understood that. But I think it's really competitive, even if we're not scrimmaging each other or making it competitive, just always having someone to rebound for you and kind of hold you accountable. Like when she goes down and works out, kind of holds me to a higher standard, and I obviously want to continue to put in that work. So.
Yeah, I would say we're both like, I think that's where we got competitive and that's where we kind of got that edge to like want to win was against each other at first. I think also when Maddyn was in 7th grade, like, and I was just young and we would play one-on-one, she would like beat me. Like it helped me know like what level I needed to get to in order to play in high school. So I think that really helped me even like starting at a young age. So it was always really competitive. But yeah, we even like still rebound for each other, even though we have like a doctor dish. Like we don't need to, but we still do. And like we like warm up before games and stuff. So.
Second half about to start here. Providence Academy in Plymouth, 41-40. The score at the half. Maddyn Greenway, 18 points. Emma Millerbernd, 6. Beckett Greenway, 7. On the Eastview side, London Clardy, 10 off the bench. Jada Wilson with 10 as well. Shannon Healy looking to start things off with a 3. And cannot connect. Here is Obatari Hunt. Lost the ball to Emma Millerbernd. Maddyn Greenway streaks down court. "20 points for Maddyn Greenway. Eastview, wide open lane. Clara Goodman says thank you very much. Maddyn Greenway looking for that 3 again. Beckett Greenway out to Millerbernd. Shannon Healy over to Nicolai. Under duress, Maddyn Greenway looking to get out of that jam. Can't hit the 3. Eastview able to corral the rebound. 1 point game, looking to take the lead again. 3 ball. That raises the front iron. Beckett to Maddyn. Maddyn, 3 defenders on her, finds the open player in Millerbernd. Right idea, just missed the 3. Lexie Nicolai fouled, and she'll shoot 2.
Fouls on the Lightning, number 10, Lexie Matthews, her 3rd. Nicolai at the line for 2.
Lexie Nicolai, 5 points in the first half. Goes up to 7 with those free throws. Maddyn Greenway swipes another pass. Comes up a little strong. Like we said, that first week of the season, I believe a sideline warning was issued. Connor Getz was looking for a foul call as Maddyn Greenway took a spill. Beckett to Maddyn, off the inbound. Now Maddyn races in and lays it in. Maddyn Greenway, among her many accolades, scored 16 a game once, the only player to score 60 points in a winning effort. What a slide job by Clara Goodman. She knows how to swivel and slide her way through tight spaces. Goodman with 10. Comes up with the steal. but can't put on the brakes. Maddyn Greenway draws the double again. Now looking to utilize the screen, bounce pass to Nicolai. Well, Lexie will have a chance to pad her point and rebound numbers.
Falls on the Lightning's number 25, Maya Jenkins. That's her third.
Jenkins hit with her third, and Eastview ran into a bit of foul trouble in the first half. Lexie Matthews with 3, and now Jenkins with 3. That could spell trouble. (48-44). Nicolai, as we said, 8 points, 8 rebounds a game through the first 2. She, I wouldn't say has the best chance of blossoming, but when you think about all the graduations, Nicolai does have an opportunity to take on a role, an assignment. Eastview looking for the straightaway 3. Maddyn Greenway with the rebound. Leads the press behind the back to Healy. Yes! My colleague and friend Eric Bugard has called Maddyn Greenway the microwave, the magician, the magnificent. Magical and magnificent would certainly describe that play. Shannon Healy, the beneficiary. By the way, tonight marks her first points of the season. Eastview looking for the deep 3, bullseye! Clara Goodman knows she's got to get this team going. Maddyn Greenway fakes, looking for an out, found one in Millerbernd. Emma, up and under, she'll shoot 2. And that is already the 4th time Providence Academy has drawn a foul.
Number 25, Jenkins, that's her 4th.
In the act of shooting.
Millerbernd at the line.
Jenkins with 4. That's big trouble for Eastview. Maya Jenkins had 11 points in the order of St. Michael Aberville, so this is not the situation you want to find yourself in. As Emma Millerbernd converts the free throws. Providence Academy 14 of 15 from the line. That will win you a lot of games. And then Millerbernd snatches another one. Maddyn Greenway leaks ahead. And drains another layup. 24 for Maddyn Greenway. A pleasure to watch. Working around traffic and getting the tough scoop across is Jada Wilson. She's got 12. Maddyn Greenway looking for the 3 ball. Has the 1. And now a foul on Providence Academy.
Fouls on the lines, number 11, Shannon Healy, her 1st.
Just the 1st on Healy. Goodman. Over to Jada Wilson. 3 ball. Off the front iron. Maddyn Greenway with the rock. Tried to make it all happen herself. Didn't work out that time. Eastview, they've got an opening, but an illegal screen away from the ball. That is a costly miscue, if I do say so myself.
That's her 3rd personal.
Beckett Greenway out to Emma Millerbernd. Maddyn Greenway with the laser skip. A little stutter step for Lexie Nicolai, and Lexie's got 11. Again, Lexie figures to be one of the new faces. Cross-court skip, faking the three is Jada Wilson. Gets the high bank to fall. 14 for Wilson. Beckett Greenway to Maddyn. Spin move and lost it. She may be superb on the basketball floor, but she's still human, just like the rest of us. Touch three, won't go down. Maddyn Greenway takes off running and draws the foul. That is the last to give for Eastview. Uh-oh. It's getting a little feisty down there.
Falls on number 12, Clara Goodman.
That's the second on Goodman.
And the technical foul on the Lions, number 30,
Maddyn Greenway called for the technical for that extracurricular motion. So Eastview will get 2 free throws here. Clara Goodman to the line.
Clara Goodman will be shooting the technical.
Clara Goodman, one of the front runners, one of the faces for Eastview, even if we don't always hear about them. A member of NHS. She's got 15 points, and it's Eastview ball as a result of the technical. Technicals do count as personals, as you may know, at the high school level. You don't see that often, a steal and run out for still a series. Not quite as speedy as the Greenways, but still good for 2. Eastview draws another foul. And it's Goodman who will go back to the line.
Fouls on the Lions, number 1, Beckett Greenway, her first.
Goodman up to 15 points.
Looks like Goodman at the line for 2.
As we said, one of the leaders in the win over St. Michael Albertville. For all those years, I talked about how you would have to get through Eastview, and while they went through some lean periods up until last year's state semifinal run, they've had a multitude of athletes come through the ranks, including 2 Miss Basketball winners. Foul before the shot, but Beckett will shoot free throws since Providence is in the bonus the rest of the way. And that's a third on Grosse. Eastview is going to have to manage their foul trouble carefully.
Beckett Greenway will be shooting the 1-and-1.
No Miss Basketball winners yet out of Providence Academy, but you have to think Maddyn Greenway has a good chance. Already has 1 banner for Gatorade Player of the Year. And Beckett Greenway enjoys wake surfing, much like Maddyn, multi-sport athlete. She and Maddyn have been teammates in every sport, soccer, basketball, and track. And they act like sisters. When I had a chance to talk to them, it was like talking to any other pair of sisters out there. Eastview with a bucket down low. Clara Goodman finds Ellie Ehrman. Ellie is on the board, 5-point game, 62-57. Maddyn, her ability to cover ground in a hurry is unparalleled. Maddyn Greenway, deep 3, trying to make that deep long ball work, just hasn't quite pulled it off. Again, first week of the season, what you see now is going to be more polished, more refined come March. And I can say that with confidence because these two figured to make a deep run. Maddyn Greenway I'll tell you what, if Maddyn suffers a setback, a technical foul, I'm sure not something she was looking for. She shrugs it off and will reassert herself, for lack of a better word. That's the 4th foul on Nevaeh Grosse. That's the 2nd player with 4 now. And Maddyn Greenway with a chance for a 3-point play. She came as a 7th grader and took the state by storm. She has not looked back ever since that 7th grade year where she introduced herself to the masses. 3-point play makes it an 8-point game. Clean block by Beckett Greenway. Another steal for Maddyn. One-on-one, slips through her defender. Another razzle-dazzle delight. Maddyn Greenway likely won't get the all-time steals record, but she could end up with records for most steals in a season, assists, points, who knows. Rebecca Dahlman, believe it or not, still holds the mark for most points in a season, but her career record will probably have to make room. Foul was before the shot, so just a side out for Eastview. It's on Millerbernd, her 3rd. Hunt can't get the bounce. 10-point lead for the Lions. They've led by as much as 13. Beckett Greenway. Spin move, but she walks. Providence Academy applying full court. They spring the trap. Greenway to Millerbernd. Ooh, pass was a little too zippy, a little too much mustard. But Eastview can't control it either. And Providence Academy gets a reprieve. Maddyn steps into the 3. That is the only part of her game that hasn't come to form as consistently as the others. Look out, Clara Goodman from Caitlin Clark-Ray.
And a timeout for the Lightning.
Timeout. 20 points for Clara Goodman, 67-60 in a fireworks display of offense.
When the high school season is over, TSP Television goes on the highlight trail. Our highlight reels provide you with a valuable resource for recruiters and a keepsake of your favorite athlete. To learn more about our highlight reel services, contact us at tsptelevision@gmail.com.
67-60, 9:50 to go in the second. We mentioned some of the changes on the floor. I should point out we've got a new scoreboard here at Providence Academy. Maddyn Greenway in a lot of traffic. No matter who the opponent is, they're going to have Maddyn covered as much as possible. But Eastview, just like a year ago, they don't flinch, they don't get phased against a high caliber, explosive athlete. Or two, really. Siri with the takeaway. Millerbernd gets the roll. Emma's got a little flair too. On another team, she probably would be the headliner. But she's perfectly happy with the role and the contribution she has made here. And you can't blame them when you're part of a program that has 4 state titles on the resume.
Fouls on the lines, number 4.
Lexie Matthews draws the foul, and that's the 4th on Millerbernd. She's the only player in any serious foul trouble, but nonetheless, that could spell trouble. Lexie Matthews, 5 points in the first half. She's a lifeguard when she's not playing basketball. Quite a few athletes at that age have taken up lifeguarding. Elizabeth Gadian comes to mind out of Goodhue. She's at MSU Mankato now. Maddyn Greenway to Siri. Back out to Maddyn Greenway. And again, when you have two Greenways on the floor virtually all the time, you do have to use first names more often. Emma Millerbernd underneath again. Some might think she made that more complicated. I say it's a hallmark of her floor awareness as Goodman's three partially deflected. Greenway makes the catch. Maddyn Greenway, that is. 71-61. Every time Eastview has tried to reel in Providence Academy, the Lions respond with a big play or a big hustle play as Healy lines up a three. Bullseye! She got the O-board and the triple. 7 points for Healy. Eastview sprints down court. Jada Wilson scores. She's got 16 in this track meet of a game. 3-ball off the back iron. Goodman has it on the run. Maddyn Greenway, the only one who can stop her, and that's the third on Maddyn. At this point in the game, 7:42, you're not going to take her out, but it does give Eastview a chance to score with the clock stopped. Both teams out of fouls to give the rest of the way.
Goodman at the line.
Ball strolled away. I think I see a few faces over there, a few dignitaries from Providence Academy. Clara Goodman, 21 points. Their two Miss Basketball winners, Maddie Giebert, who's now a teacher in South Dakota, and Megan Wallstad, who works for the Timberwolves and Lynx, has done that for a few years after both went D1. Goodman knocks down the free throws. And she'll take a breather, perhaps to regroup for the last charge. Healy, left alone, rattles in another triple. That's a player you're probably going to take your chances on, but that doesn't mean she can't step in. Guess who stepped in for the charge? And Maddyn will clean up her own mess, literally. Maddyn with 3 fouls, so there is an element of bravado, but Maddyn, I don't think there's a whole lot more we can say about her floor awareness, her ability to read the defense, read the room. But a traveling call hands the ball back. That foul, by the way, the second on Jada Wilson. 29 for Maddyn Greenway. As we said, averaging 31 at 35 against Hopkins on Saturday. Eastview recovers. I wasn't sure what was going to get called, but it's a foul. And it's on Nicolai.
Foul's on number 13, Lexie Nicolai. That's her fourth.
That is her fourth. So a lot of players in foul trouble.
2 shots.
Grosse with 4. Jenkins with 4 for Eastview. Millerbernd and Nicolai with 4 for Providence Academy. Wilson at the line, misses the front end. Both teams have shot remarkably well. And Eastview known for their marksmanship at the line. At least in the times I've had a chance to cover them. 15 of 18, Providence 17 of 18, so slight edge to the Lions. Shannon, Healy, heat check, but it rims out. Chance for the Lightning. Whoa. Gotta make sure you take care of those handles. Lexie Matthews for 3! Brings it. Delay of game. Remember, The scoring team cannot touch the ball until the opposing team does. First warning, delay of game. Second violation is a bench technical. Beckett draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. And I can say that because
Goodman, that's her third. Maddyn Greenway at the line.
Providence Academy in the double bonus the rest of the way. And they have been lights out. Beckett, the freshman. $17.5 through 2, as we noted before, 4 rebounds a game. Still early, so we'll get a better sense of averages over the next couple of weeks, I think.
Timeout, Providence.
Providence Academy takes a timeout. 79-69. 6:23 left.
Mic'd Up Sports is TSB Television's talk show series. Available on all major podcast platforms, we offer sports figures, past and present, a place to convey stories and adventures on a deeper level than our traditional game coverage. Whether you're a superstar athlete or someone who works behind the scenes, we'd be honored to share your story. If you'd like to be a guest, contact us at The Mike Peden on all major social platforms.
$79-69. 6:23 left in the second. Maddyn Greenway 29. And Millerbernd with 12. Greenway has one 30-point game already. Tries another alligator move. Instead, that leaves Wilson open for the backdoor play. High risk, high reward. 8-point game, still plenty of time with the shot clock in play. 6 minutes to go. Beckett. Around she goes. Over to Nicolai. Maddyn Greenway. Providence Academy slowing things down a bit. Maddyn Greenway almost lost the dribble. 4 to shoot. Providence, they gotta go. They throw it away. Eastview draws the foul. That's it for Millerbernd. And in the words of Mike Joy, this changes everything.
Fouls on the Lions, number 4, Emma Millerbernd, and that's her 5th.
Millerbernd with 12. That is one of your key cogs. Her absence.
Clara Goodman at the line for 2.
Will likely change the complexion of this one. Clara Goodman. I don't know if she has college plans, but if she does, somebody better scoop her up. She has been clutch for the Lightning, 24 points. And now Providence Academy has to soldier without one of their leaders, Lexie Nicolai, with 13 points. Again, Maddyn Greenway attracts a lot of attention, but the other players, they play a role as well, and that is just the second on Beckett Greenway, foul that is, but it will stop the clock with 5:05.
Fouls on the lines, number 1, Beckett Greenway, her second. Team's 9th. Clara Goodman, 2 shots.
And guess who's at the line? It's the Katniss Everdeen of free throw shooters, Clara Goodman. Goodman with 26, Eastview 19 of 22 from the line. And that is keeping them in this game. Maddyn Greenway. Under 5 minutes to go. Lexie Nicolai can't get the baseline J to drop. Eastview, they've trailed by double digits on several occasions. Can they pull ahead? and score a big win. That would get them on the map. Straightaway 3, that would have been huge. Lexie Matthews coming up with the O-board. Goodman's 3 goes in and out. Maddyn Greenway with the rebound. Healy for 3. Dead ball rebound to Providence Academy. And you can see that ever-growing line of banners that represents what the Greenways and others have meant to this. Oh boy, Beckett Greenway trying the deep ball. Shannon Healy can't save it, but not for lack of trying. Another stop for Eastview, 4:11 to go. And both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way. If you're Providence Academy, the last thing you want to do is foul that woman right there, number 12.
Falls on the lines, number 1, Beckett Greenway, her 3rd personal.
And Clara Goodman goes back to the line where the odds are ever in her favor.
2 shots.
I think I'm drawing attention over here after that last reference. Katniss Everdeen, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. Take your pick. Clara Goodman has been money at the free throw line. I'm starting to think there are some relatives of hers sitting in front of me. 81-77. Clara Goodman, whatever happens, playing a fantastic game. This is the kind of performance that draws attention, win or lose. Maddyn Greenway finds Nicolai, short range shot, no. Maddyn trying for the steal and a little more real estate. If that sideline was a little wider, she would have had it. As I said in the first half, Providence Academy, it's a tight fit. You get to know each other. I remember a couple years ago, I was here for the game with Maple Grove and got to know a few of the fans. It was sold out that night. Clara Goodman with a take to the rim. 30 points, and it's a 2-point game. Clara having the game of her life. Maddyn Greenway draws a late foul. And depending on who you root for, that might influence what you think about that play. Maddyn Greenway, she's been stuck at 29 points. Has a chance to change that here. That is the 4th foul, Lexie Matthews. And Maddyn Greenway with her 2nd 30-point game in the young part of the season. Splits at the line. That's just the 2nd miss for the Lions. Whoa! Close call for Eastview. They can tie it with a 3 under 3 minutes to go. Obviously plenty of time, so you don't need to force it. Backdoor! Grosse to Jenkins. Both with 4 fouls. Both don't care right now. Maddyn Greenway can't get it done. Eastview with a chance to take the lead. Their first since going up 14-13. Wilson, Clara Goodman is out there, but Wilson will try to drive it in herself. Sabres stayed with her. Just like a year ago, another photo finish. 3 is offline from Sabres. And Eastview with another chance. That's a foul. Stella Siri trying for the block from behind and swatted Goodman. Clara, who has made about 7,832 free throws, will have a chance to give Eastview the lead. They'll give her 3. They will give her 3. I got to ask Clara where she developed that free throw technique, what she does, because her form is nigh unmatched. I guess the Katniss Everdeen line wasn't an overstatement. She gets all 3 of those.
And we got a timeout.
Eastview with their first lead since 14-13. Clara Goodman, 33 points. 84-82, 2:05 to go.
Women's basketball has been around a long time, and we've had so many opportunities, and now we're just continuing to get more.
Susan Shedley makes a great move. Pass to Linda Shedley.
It comes back to just feeling like you're part of a sorority of women. It's really fun to see. There's a lot of pride.
The 90s, late 90s, we was pumping out great women's basketball players, and still to this day, we're still there.
During the timeout, I had a chance to look at her numbers. Clara Goodman, her first ever 30-point game. Her previous mark was 26. She's at 33 now. And Clara Goodman scoring 27 in the second half. Her second half total alone would have been enough for a career high. But this game far from done. Eastview up by 2. Greenway, fade away, guarded heavily. Another foul on Sabres. And it's Maya Jenkins who will go to the line. Providence Academy led by 13. And what a turn of events. Jenkins
2 shots.
with 8. Again, double bonus for both teams. It's a split, so still a 1-possession game. The Providence Academy running into considerable turbulence as of late. I feel like they've tried to force it a couple of times. A 3 won't go down, and that's the other part of the equation. What does Eastview do with this possession? We're approaching 90 seconds. It's Goodman. Will she try to draw the foul? No, she'll go underneath for a potential dagger. 35 for Clara Goodman. Maddyn Greenway. Oh, my goodness. Magic Maddyn strikes again. 2-point game. This has vibes of UConn, Michigan a few days ago. 87-85, 1:11 left.
When the high school season is over, TSB Television goes on the highlight trail. Our highlight reels provide you with a valuable resource for recruiters and a keepsake of your favorite athlete. To learn more about our highlight reel services, contact us at tsbtelevision@gmail.com.
Taking a look at the game reset, both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Both teams in the double bonus. The possession arrow favors Eastview if we have a tie-up. Players in foul trouble, Grosse, Matthews, and Jenkins for Eastview have 4 fouls. Nicolai with 4. Emma Millerbernd fouled out a while ago. And Providence Academy had a comeback rally. Maddyn Greenway may have another one here after swiping it. Almost lost it, regains control. Remember, Irma Walker fouled out in the Hopkins Providence Academy game, and the Lions were able to make a fight of it. Maddyn draws the foul, she'll shoot 2. And it's on Jenkins, so she's out of the game.
Foul is on number 25, Maya Jenkins. That's her 5th. Maddyn Greenway.
Jenkins will finish with 9. Maddyn Greenway split her last time up. But she has been money before at the line. Against Hopkins, the first time Providence Academy faced them and won. A game we had, or I had, on NSBN. She had 16 out of 16. She makes both here.
Timeout, Providence.
Providence Academy will take a timeout. They'll have one left, 52 seconds remaining. What a game. That is all I can say. And the man in the aqua hoodie agrees. We have a few Eastview fans sitting in front of me, and I'm sure the Providence Academy fans, those who made the trek, Bonnie's having the time of her life, I bet. She's going to hate herself tomorrow morning. Or maybe you'll just have some more coffee. Maybe you'll just have more coffee as well. But Providence Academy, they led by 13. It looked like they were going to take control of it. Eastview retakes the lead. And then a layup by Clara Goodman, a potential knockout blow. What does Maddyn Greenway do? Channel her inner strength like she does oh so well. Hits a 3 from Caitlin Clark range, makes a couple of free throws, and with 52 seconds left, we've got a tie game. Eastview with 2 timeouts left. Providence with 1. Goodman draws the foul and will shoot 2 more.
Foul is on number 0, Lily Sabers, her 3rd. Clara Goodman, 2.
Clara Goodman. Miss automatic. Her second half production inconceivable. 31 points in the second half, 37 overall. Maddyn Greenway draws a foul. 37 seconds left. Eastview, in theory, could hold for the last shot. Who's the foul on?
Foul's on number 24, Obatari Hunt.
It's on Hart, or Hunt, I should say. So just her first, and Maddyn Greenway back to the line to try to tie it up. Second one rims out. Rebound collected by Nicolai. Shot clock did not reset properly. The shot clock had to be reset to 20 seconds. Again, it's 20 on an offensive rebound. That was one of the stipulations in place. So Providence cannot hold for the last shot. That much is certain. Maddyn Greenway had it deflected. Spin move, yes! A reverse three-point play. 20 seconds to go. Molly Casper had 2 timeouts. She'll use one here with 15 seconds on the clock. I had a feeling this would be close. I didn't think it was going to be this close. But remember, Providence Academy won in a squeaker a year ago. Different cast of characters, of course. Pope Counts, who is here tonight, McKenna Schaefer on the Providence side, Bracia Torrey, Maya Mall on the Eastview side. But I think it's safe to say, even with the graduation of some notable names, there is no lack of leadership. Clara Goodman, 37 points, and with both teams in the double bonus, Eastview still has the possession arrow. That does give them a little leeway. So if you're Clara Goodman, with the way this game has been called, I wouldn't be surprised if Clara tries to make a run, tries to go at the rim, draw a foul, maybe get to the line, give Eastview the lead. But you have to be mindful, Providence Academy, we know how well they can run that full court. And even though their team is smaller than a year ago, you've got some quick speedsters in Maddyn and Beckett. If you're not careful, they will reach in and reenact what Swiper did all those times on Dora the Explorer. Obatari hunts it inbound, both teams with one timeout left, 15 seconds. Oh my goodness! Jada Wilson bounced it off her leg. Now the game's still not over, 13 seconds. If Providence gets this in, Eastview will foul quickly, I presume, to stop the clock and give themselves time. They got a foul, there it is. 10 seconds.
Foul is on number 10, Lexie Matthews.
It's on Lexie, that's her fifth. So she's out of the game. And Beckett Greenway, who has 11 points. We'll try to make this a three-point game, but again, she cannot make this a two-possession game, regardless of what happens. Will Eastview use their timeout? That's the other question. You can't advance the ball at the high school level. So Eastview will have to go the length of a floor, but 10 seconds, plenty of time to do so. Beckett Greenway makes both. Eastview. Called for the illegal screen. Oh no, Beckett Greenway got into it with Jada Wilson. What's going to happen here? Maddyn with the gesture saying, "What are you doing?" That is inconceivable, truly inconceivable.
Number 21 for the Lightning, Jada Wilson, that's her third. And then we have a technical foul on the Lions, number 1, Beckett Greenway, and that's her fourth.
Wow. Both fouls stand. Again, an illegal screen. And then Beckett started jawing at Wilson. You had the game effectively wrapped up with 5 seconds left. At the very least, you would have forced Eastview to foul. Instead, Clara Goodman gets to shoot 2 more. This is lunacy. This is flat out, straight up lunacy. And Eastview is going to get the ball as a result of the technicals. I think. I have no idea what's happening.
Lightning.
Eastview will call a timeout. Well, I didn't have that on my bingo card. Well, the offensive foul, you weren't going to get free throws. It's a team control, but the technical changes the complexion. I think I said earlier, this changes everything. Apparently, I need to repeat that phrase or say this changes everything. Squared, cubed, threw it in the quadratic formula. I have no idea. This game stopped making sense. Just like the Talking Heads concert film from 1984, directed by Jonathan Demme. 92-91, this is going to be a game that gets talked about throughout the season. Providence Academy, if you ask me, had the game pretty much wrapped up. Beckett drew the foul, but then got into it with Jada Wilson. And I don't care what the situation is after a big stop. Next play, you gotta go on. You can't get at an opponent like that. Now, It's a 1-point game with 5 seconds to go. And depending on what happens, that play is going to loom large. Possibly. We already had a situation where Eastview got called for a foul, but a technical bailed them out. They will get to inbound it as a result of the technicals. And so Eastview now can win it. As a result, hold on to your seatbelts, hold on to your butts, 5 seconds. Goodman. It's short. Was there time left on the clock? It wouldn't matter unless there was a foul. That's it. Goodman with the desperation heave. It's not enough. And Providence Academy, I don't believe this, survived 92-91 in the wildest finish I have ever seen in at least 5-10 years. Maybe in my entire career. What a way to start our 20th season. We'll try to get a post-game interview or two. But Maddyn Greenway, 38 points. Clara Goodman, career high, 39. The Lions go to 2-1, 92-91 the final. We're joined by Lexie Nicolai. Maddyn had 38 points, but needed a moment to collect herself, as we understand it, which is fine when you consider the ending to that game. I think all of us need a moment to gather ourselves. But Lexie, we saw some shades, I think, of your potential tonight. Even though you didn't have a direct role, per se, in the finish of that one, what do you tell yourself after sweating out a close one that came down to the last shot in the most unexpected of ways?
The main thing I focus on is keeping my head concentrated on what to do and don't let the tension get to me, and just focus on what we need to do and don't let the emotions take control of who I am, and just know that I got this.
Coming into the season, how are you feeling? What were your expectations? You're trying to take the role of Hope Counts, and then Grace and Maria before her. They controlled the paint with fierce authority, and you've got a long way to go, so I'm not expecting you to match her level tonight or next game, whatever, but how are you coming along, and how are you settling in your role as a starter?
It's been really great. I've learned so much from everyone, from Maddyn, from Beckett, from Emma. They've taught me so much from the little time I've been here, and I just can't wait to learn more from them. And I just have already realized how much I've grown from just learning from them, and Coach. Coach has been amazing. So I'm just really excited to continue this journey.
How do you see yourself on this team? Because a lot of folks on the outside, you talked about this in the breakdown you and your teammates did about some of the haters out there because Maddyn and Beckett get a lot of attention. But as we saw tonight, and I think every time you watch a Providence Academy game, you can't win this one alone. And you and Emma and Beckett hit a couple of free throws too. All of you stepped up tonight.
Yeah, basically, wait, can you repeat the question?
That's all right. So I think what I'm trying to say is just how are you coming into your own, and how do you see yourself growing and evolving, even if you're not always the headliner, so to speak?
Yeah, so my main role, what I'm focusing on this year, is making sure I'm aggressive when they're going in for the layup or getting those rebounds that may seem small, but at the end of the day, they'll make a big difference in the end. And Coach is making sure that I get very aggressive on my player and just know who I have on defense. Yeah, that was it.
From your view, got to ask you, take us to the finish. Clara Goodman gets a layup. Eastview goes up by 5. Might be the knockout blow. Maddyn gets you back with a couple of quick scores, and then the strangest ending I've seen in a long time. You get the win. That's what counts for you. But from your perspective, how do you sort all that out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little crazy, but I mean, we just need to learn from this game, learn how to compose ourselves, and learn that we just gotta work together as a team and be there for each other. And when we put that first, that will equal the outcome. Because, you know, like 50% of it is mentality, so we just gotta work on that.
And you've got plenty of games ahead of you to do that. What are some takeaways from a game like this? Like you said, obviously you want to work on composure. I'm sure that will come with time, but what are some other lessons that you can learn playing a team as gritty and as resilient as Eastview that can help you later on?
Just focus on the next play. Don't worry about what you did before, or maybe that foul you did or that travel you did earlier. Just keep focusing on the next play and don't let your past mistakes, don't let that get down on yourself.
Wise words from the next Hope Counts, maybe? No, I'm kidding. I would never put that on you because you're your own player, but I can't wait to see what you add to this Providence Academy story. And before we go, Lexie, you want to say hi to anybody?
Hi to my dad. I don't know.
That's good enough. Well, hi, Dad, and hi, everyone. We're glad you spent some time with us. And Lexie, thanks for spending a little time with us. Drive safe out there. I know it can get a little iffy, and enjoy the Thanksgiving weekend. And congrats on one of the wildest wins I've seen in a long time. Maybe this is the win that starts that drive for 5 into high gear. Who knows? But you came out on top. That's what matters.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lexie Nicolai at Providence Academy, and that will do it from our 20th season opener here in Plymouth. For the rest of the crew, I'm Mike Beaton. Thank you for watching.